CakeFest 2011. It's been a lot of effort and organisation and help from the community to get us here, and seeing this amount of people, it's around the same size of people that we had last year in CakeFest 2010, but we're actually in one of the smaller populations of CakePHP user base compared to hosting it in America. So this is really encouraging to see this amount of people turn out at an event in this sort of area. So welcome to CakeFest. The Wi-Fi information, if you still don't have it, come and grab it from me later. So last year we did CakeFest in Chicago in the USA. We had just over 80 attendees. We had a single stream and we ended up doing video recording. And it worked out really well. We had a good time. It was an excellent venue, excellent food, lots of good people. We had 2 days of workshops and 2 days of conference, and we learnt a lot from that event. And what we learnt from that event, we're bringing to this event this year. So we originally started with a single workshop last year, and then people said they wanted to break out into 2 groups, a beginner group and a more advanced group. And so we've taken the lessons from that and we brought that to this event. We started the workshops on Thursday and through to Friday, and we ran 2 streams the whole time. So we could have a more beginner to intermediate class and an intermediate to advanced class. And that just sort of fit the needs of everyone a little bit better. Those that have gone through the workshop this year are getting a certificate from the Cake Software Foundation to say that they've gone through training at CakeFest. And that's just something nice to put into your resume. So set you aside from other CakePHP developers that may not have gone through any training. So this year, bringing it to Manchester, it wasn't our first choice, but I think it's the best choice that we made. We had some various other locations that we were considering. Reading was one of them, which I don't think would have turned out quite as well. There was also a couple of other countries that we were throwing around. But bringing it here has been really great so far, and I think it's going to be great right through to the end of the conference. It's an excellent area and excellent people have turned up. So again, over 80 attendees, and that's great to see from a country that is number 7 on our list of the user base compared to number 1, which was the USA. So we're doing a dual stream for most of the conference. We have a couple of what you would call keynotes in this theatre. So there's 1 today and there's 2 tomorrow. We also do things like the Pecha Kucha talks tonight and lightning talks tomorrow night, and those will be held in here as well. We've also got a bit more entertainment around the event. So we've got a PlayStation 3 that we've brought in here, and that's for fun and gaming. At the end of the night, we can come in here and play some games, have some beers and drinks and whatnot. So yeah. There's also, we'll be setting up live streaming, which we've been going through this morning to try and get up and running. So that will be available to people that are unable to make it for various reasons to the event. So I'd just like to thank the sponsors that have been involved in really helping us financially, and also with some giveaways and things for the event. So CakeDC is our diamond sponsor, and they do development work, client consultation, server administration, security analysis, that sort of thing. And they've been really helpful in getting the event going. Big Click is a design and development company in Australia. They're based on the Central Coast. They're quite close to where I live, in fact. And they've put in a lot to help get this event running and help us do things like putting money on the bar and that sort of thing. All the sponsors have really helped with that. Sanasoft is one company that's really been consistent with their support for the events that we've done. So they've sponsored quite a number of the events, and they've come back again this year and helped us out financially to get this event running. Tonight we have a special dinner on from Microsoft, and Microsoft has started showing a lot of support in the PHP community in general. And last year they sponsored us just with some money to get things running, and they also sent along one of their guys. This time they're a little bit understaffed in the UK, so unfortunately we don't have anyone from Microsoft with us. But they're putting on a dinner for us tonight, and it's a 3-course meal. We've got a DJ there, so a bit of fun and music. Hopefully I can get some pictures of some people after a few drinks dancing a bit silly. And we have a keg of beer, and there's some money on the bar as well. So there's plenty of stuff to do here, and we've got the gaming set up as well. heaps of stuff going on. So a big thanks to Microsoft for sorting that out for us. Just recently, it's actually probably about 9 months to a year ago, Rackspace offered us free hosting. And we'd previously been doing it ourselves and using money that had been donated to the Cake Software Foundation to pay for the servers. And it was extremely expensive, many hundreds of dollars per month to cope with all the traffic that we were getting. So Rackspace are actually hosting us for free now. We have a couple of servers with them, and without that, we couldn't do big events like this. The money that does get donated from time to time gets put into things like this and starts reducing ticket prices. And they've been extremely helpful in getting us up and running on new servers that are quite good. We also have one of our supporter sponsors is LoadSys. They're another development company. They're based in Chicago, I believe. Someone give me a nod if that's right. Yep. So yeah, they do development, I believe design as well, I'm not sure. But yeah, they've been very supportive last year and this year. So thanks very much to all of our sponsors. Thanks very much. The last group of people I need to thank is the community. Without the fanatical sort of support that you guys have and interest you have in the framework, we wouldn't be able to have events like this. It's purely off demand that we need to do these. There's so many people interested, so many people that want to come, and that's why we take it to different locations. So we're going to be taking it next year back to the west coast of America. There's a lot of support there. We've done a tour back in late March last year, taking a group of us around talking at PHP user groups. And when we went to Los Angeles, we had a group of people that was larger than CakeFest itself. And that was just amazing to see. So there's a lot of people interested, and it's going to get us another big event. It's going to be huge next year. It's going to be quite fun. So thanks to all of you for coming to the event. It's really what makes it worthwhile. So I've just got some information about where Cake has, how Cake has gone and the sort of usage and how we've grown. In 2009 to 2010, we were getting over 3.5 million visitors. That's per, I believe that's per week. Sorry, I should have that information. We get an average of 6 pages per visit. So that's people looking at documentation. This is the sort of stats that we use to see who's looking at docs, what people are interested, and where the popular countries are. Our top 3 were USA, Japan, and India. So that's the stats from last year. We've added some new tools and new features, new things to the CakePHP set of sites. We've got the TV site, which has got a lot of content from our last event. There's some user-contributed videos as well, and you guys can actually upload any videos yourself. If you have a screencast, you can upload it to help out people. There's also a whole heap of ideas that people want to see videos on. If you're stuck for an idea but you want to help out the community, there's a bunch of ideas that you can actually build a screencast for and upload. So that's a very handy site, and it's nice to be able to go through a video, which can often be more helpful than plain text. The questions site that we have is consistently popular and growing. It's similar to a Stack Overflow style of site. Allows you to ask your question and get it answered, vote on things. The bakery went through a change, so we did an upgrade of the bakery, and it's actually increased the traffic. It's much faster and much more easier to use. And there's a few more things coming soon that we'll be announcing. And Larry's got a talk tomorrow, and he'll be talking about some of that, some really exciting new things that are coming for the CakePHP community. So this year basically, so we looked at last year's stats. We're now getting over 4.8 million visitors, and people are looking at more information. We've doubled the amount of pages per visit, so people are sticking around and looking at things. Our top countries remain the same. But it really shows that we are still growing. A little while ago there was some issues or concern about the future of the project, and what we've actually been able to do is get some more focus, more direction, and certainly a lot of dedicated people working with the core to help move it forward, grow the popularity, and bring it to things like this, like CakeFest events. So the interest in CakePHP is worldwide, and the amount of people that we have here from different countries really demonstrates that. We've got, if you can see on people's name badges they should have attached a country that they've come from. You'll see all sorts of countries all around the place. And if you chat to people, it's just an amazing, diverse community, and a really dedicated one as well, to be able to come from wherever you are. We've got people from Turkey, we've got South Africa, Australia, we've got Spain, we've got all sorts of places. I can't mention them all, there's just so many, but it just really goes to show how dedicated and interested the community is. So with this conference, we've got people from all of those countries presenting their ideas. So we've got a couple of Japanese speakers, for example. There's people from all over the place. So there's nice, fresh ideas coming into the community, and really good content. So as I said, we had workshops. That was on Thursday and Friday. They went really, really well. People enjoyed themselves. We had some setup issues at the start, but got everyone up and running on the version of Cake that we were doing. So we did a 1.3 stream essentially, and a CakePHP 2.0 stream. And just talking to the people after the 2.0 stream, they're really excited about some of the changes that have come. And there's going to be more talks about that. Mark's going to be talking about changes in 2.0. That one's tomorrow. I'm pretty sure he's finished his talk. I'm certain he's started it. It's done. We've also got some giveaways. I believe there's an iPad to be given away. Not sure if that's tonight or tomorrow. That's tonight. So stick around. It's going to be more than likely after the dinner. So stick around after the dinner. There's an iPad to be given away, and we'll, basically a random draw. So you'll need to be here to claim that prize. We are also at the end of the event going to be giving away the PlayStation that we have been using up here. So it's someone needs to be using basically a UK plug, but yeah, the PlayStation will be given away as well. So just to run over our conference schedule, we've got Candy Cane. If anyone's heard of Candy Cane, it's a bug tracking system similar to something like Track or Redmine, and that's built on CakePHP, and it's an excellent piece of software. I'm sure everyone's heard of Krugo, and I'm sorry if I pronounced that incorrectly, but basically a CMS. You can liken it to WordPress, I guess, but its extensibility and plugins system is way beyond anything. It's really quite amazing. We've got a deployment talk. I'm doing a talk on migration from MySQL to SQL Server. We've got a Node.js and CakePHP talk, PHP unit, and a security talk. So that's covering today, and then we finish up with Pecha Kucha talks. Those are basically, they're I believe 6-minute talks. They're 20 slides and 20 seconds per slide, and they're automatically advanced for you, so you don't have control of your slides. And it can get quite interesting to see someone trying to talk about their slides and have it advanced too early. So it can be quite fun. So I'll do a demonstration of that later today, and you can basically create slides yourself, and we'll have them up and running for you. Anyone can sign up for these, so that's for you guys to present any idea you might have. If it's something, perhaps a talk you submitted but wasn't accepted, or just an idea you've got. Maybe it's a product you've been working on, or a new concept or idea, maybe a suggestion for the core. It can be anything you like. If it's not related to CakePHP, that's fine too. So it's 20 slides, 20 seconds per slide, and automatically advanced. And then we move on to the next speaker. So we'll be doing those later tonight. It's just before the dinner. And then we finish up with the Microsoft dinner, drinks, and there's a DJ. So tomorrow we have a talk from Larry. It's about the state of the project and a bit of a historical view, looking at where we are now and plans for the future. So that's going to be a really interesting talk to see where we're heading. We've got a talk on, I believe that's internationalizing apps. The changes talk that I mentioned from Mark. We've got a couple of talks on Mongo, which are really interesting. There's two good data sources that I'm aware of. One from Jose and one from Ichikawa-san. So there's, I believe yours is, sorry, I believe yours is ready for 2.0 soon?
Yes.
Yeah. Now? Oh, wow, okay. I'm a little bit out of date then. So yeah, they're both ready for 2.0, and Ichikawa's is also ready for 1.3. And they both work in very different ways, and they're both very interesting. So check out those if you can. We also have a talk on RabbitMQ, so eventing, rapid admin application development, and a talk on cohesion and coupling of code. So there's plenty of talks and a good range of topics and some really interesting stuff. We're going to finish up with something I haven't talked to all the developers about yet, but hopefully they're okay with it. We're going to finish up with a core panel. So basically we'll sit down and basically answer questions and have a chat about things. So I'll have a chat to each of the contributors that I can get a hold of. And it's a good opportunity to just have a chat, basically a informal chat, any questions you've got or any ideas or anything you've ever wanted to say to us, good and bad. And we finish up with lightning talks, and lightning talks are 5-minute talks. They're timed, so we'll stop you. We'll actually cut you off at 5 minutes. So you've got to try and fit whatever talk you like. You advance those slides on your own, control your own slides, but we'll cut you off at 5 minutes, and the next person's time starts straight away. They've got to set up their laptop in that 5 minutes. So that's good fun. It keeps things nice and fast-paced, and you can present ideas on anything you like. And it just works a little bit differently to the Pecha talks and allows you to present anything you like. So welcome to CakeFest 2011, and I hope you enjoy the schedule that we've got. Thanks to everyone for coming. We've got a short break that's happening now. I know we've been standing out the front there for a little bit, but it's a good chance to look over the schedule to see what's coming. We've got 2 streams coming. I believe Mariano is talking, and we have someone else that I haven't quite looked at yet. Sorry? Anderson is talking about candy cane. Yeah. Right. All right, so I'm a little bit split myself as to which one I want to go to. So you can feel free also to sort of quietly move between rooms if you want to see what the other one's doing. So feel free to do that as well. So thanks everyone for coming, and I hope you enjoy the conference.